In thinking about the future of the Republican Party, we've talked about, is the future a return to the sort of McCain-Romney wing of the Republican Party? Is the future a Trumpian QAnon type dominated Republican Party? Is it a fractured party where someone goes off and takes their toys home, meaning Trump leaves the party and starts his own, or more traditional Republican parties leave the party and start their own? And the answer is we just don't know yet. As we talked about, Donald Trump announcing at a CPAC speech at the end of February that he wants Republicans not to donate to the party, but to donate to his PAC. And he will decide which Republicans to primary because they're bad Republicans. And on the other hand, which Republicans to support, basically because they support Donald Trump. Okay. Speaking on the debut episode of the Lisa Booth show, Donald Trump was interviewed and named names as to who he believes is the future of the Republican Party. And it's mostly just people that suck up to Trump. I don't think it'll be surprising to you to hear that. The people that Donald Trump believes are the future of the Republican Party include Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who from the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic resisted doing anything in Florida, kowtowed to Trump, placated Trump, kept as much open for as long as possible. Trump says Ron DeSantis is part of the future of the Republican Party. Senators Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz, and Rand Paul. You'll remember that back in the 2016 Republican primary, Trump and Cruz didn't really get along. Cruz saying some ugly things about Trump. Trump literally implying that Ted Cruz's wife is ugly. So a lot of ugly there. But ultimately, Ted Cruz came around to Donald Trump. Rand Paul, major Trump brown noser, became a friend of Trump's during the campaign, during the presidency, playing golf with Trump. Josh Hawley, arguably the most prominent senator who on January 6th tried to actually prevent the electoral votes from being counted. So we know why they are there. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. She has been a big Trump suck up to some degree. Maybe she's on the list because Trump finds her attractive. That's always a possibility with Donald Trump as well. And then, of course, Arkansas Republican gubernatorial candidate Sarah Huckabee Sanders, a massive Trump suck up who has importantly remained loyal after she left the administration. Remember that Sarah Huckabee Sanders was Donald Trump's press secretary for some period of time. So these are the people Trump says are the future. He said, quote, I think we have a lot of people. We have a lot of young, good people. Ron DeSantis is doing a really good job in Florida. Josh Hawley has shown real courage in going after big tech. You know, they go after him. Josh is terrific. Somebody that's been really terrific is Ted Cruz, Trump said. He and I had it out for a while. Actually, we were very close, even during the campaign. And then it got nasty. The press would say, when's the nastiness going to start? I said, don't worry, it'll start. And it got very violent. But he's been great. Essentially meaning eventually Ted Cruz just prayed at the altar of Trump. And then Trump mentioning a few other names and saying he's very confident in the talent pool, calling the Republican Party stacked. So the strategy here is very clear. If Trump can be a successful kingmaker in 2022 and decide who gets primaried and loses, and decide who he backs, who gets reelected, if he can effectively pick the winners and losers in 2022, it better positions him for 2024. He was asked in this interview with Lisa Booth whether and when he will decide about throwing his hat in the ring. He just didn't say anything about it yet. And it seems very, very clear that if Trump fails to control the party in 2022, he's unlikely to run. And I think even if he succeeds, he may not run because he'll just be, older, tired, or bored with the idea by 2024. If Trump successfully runs the 2022 primary, in particular, if the people he chooses help to take control back of the House or Senate from Democrats in 2022, I think at least Trump will be able to make the case that he is still the most powerful figure in the party and may run in 2024. The names on Trump's list, not hugely surprising. Whether Trump will succeed at this in 2022 certainly remains to be seen. One of our sponsors, PureVPN, is giving you 47% off a one-year plan, which comes out to less than $6 a month. PureVPN makes you anonymous online, and you can trust them. They're the only VPN with an always-on third-party audit, verifying that your internet activity is not being logged. PureVPN keeps you safe from hackers, prevents you from being spied on by your ISP, social media companies, government surveillance. It lets you stream shows and movies that aren't available in your country. PureVPN is super fast with over 6,500 servers, and you can use it on all of your devices with 10 devices logged in at the same time. You can try it for a week for just 99 cents, and you'll get 47% off a 1-year plan, which is less than $6 a month when you go to davidpakman.com/VPN. The link is under this video, and you'll even get an additional 10% off when you use the code Pakman.